Ah man, as much as I hate to say it, this game is not good. It's broken. It's not what I was hoping for. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I was very excited for the full release, and now it's here. And now I've played a few. You can see from my record, I've had a few ranked matches. I've had some offline as well, some unranked. I think I've got a good grasp for the game and how it is. And yeah, I miss early access. As many problems as it had, and as much as I'd complain about early access, I miss it. It was better than what we've got today. I've actually made a list of things that well, pros and cons. There are some improvements. So I mean, where do I start with the problems? I think if I jump into a game, we can kind of do a bit of a live commentary. I'll do a fight online. We'll see how it goes. I can probably imagine how it's going to go. And if you've not seen gameplay yet, then you will see that. But there are a lot of bugs in the game. I'll share one right now, which something that happened to me. Right. So before I begin, I want to share this because this is what happened to me in one of my fights. Now, I just want to say that basic, simple things like this. First of all, this never happened in early access. This has never happened to me before, and I've played a shit ton of this game. This has never happened, as you can see. I was out with the ring. So to kind of talk through what happened here, we were fighting. I stunned the guy where his bar was flashing red, right? For some reason, as soon as I stunned him, my guy just decided to start running backwards, right? I've seen that before, where they'd run backwards into the corner. Although this time, instead of running into the corner, the guy went through the ropes and to the back of the arena. What you're seeing here, and I wish I wasn't streaming at the time, so I wish that I could have got it on video, but all I did is took a screenshot because that's all I could do. He went way back. He went to the back row of the arena. This guy was spectating his own fight. And then he kind of came forward, and then that's when I took this. But I couldn't get back in the ring. Now, what was annoying is because for some reason he could still hit me. Now, and just to say, I don't think he was cheating or hacker or anything like that. It's just a bug with the game. I don't know what he could see on his screen, but for me, I was outside of the ring. I couldn't hit him. All I could do is hold on for dear life, because for this entire round, he could still hit me. And at the end of this round, of the first round, he knocked me out. Nothing I could do about it. Nothing I could do. So that was bullshit. So yeah, that's what happened. That was one of my first ranked fights. But I want to get into a fight, and I want to run through some. What have I done? I want to run through some pros and cons. Now, let me go. I'll go with the new. Where is it? The new Roy Jones, because this is one of the things that you get for pre-ordering the game. You get this younger version of Roy Jones, which is pretty cool. So I'll give that a try because I've not played as him before. And then yeah. So obviously, yeah, bugs in the game. That's number one. There's still bugs. I'm sure there's plenty more that I've not seen as well. Considering I've only had like 15 fights, I've already experienced many. Hopefully it won't take too long to get into a fight here. But I've got a list here of issues and good things as well. Good changes, good and bad, pros and cons about the game that I'm going to run through, and I'll explain it when we get into a fight as well. Okay, so we got a fight. Bad connection. That's one. That's one of the. This is going to be a live demo. Wait a minute. I didn't know that. That's interesting. So I had one unranked fight. So you actually have an unranked record as well as a ranked record. I never knew that, because obviously before in the game, only your ranked fights would go on the record, but now you have a ranked record and an unranked record, which I don't see the point in the unranked record. I mean, as you can see, I've had one fight, one win. I think that was the first thing I did just to test it out. This guy's had 10 fights and lost 9 of them. But yeah, connection, bad thing. That's not been fixed. I don't think I was expecting that to get fixed. Why can I see my mouse on? Wait, can you see that? No, I don't think you can. I can see my cursor in the middle of the screen for some reason. That's a new thing that I've never experienced before. You can see the game. Yes, you can. Okay, right. So yeah, bad connection. And with that comes ghost punches. Now, I will say this. Since the game has come out, I've encountered more ghost punches than I ever encountered in early access. So that has obviously not been solved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the list, and you're probably going to see a lot of this play into reality as we fight. It's a bit stuttery for me, actually. Maybe I've put the graphics settings too high, because I've not experienced that since the update. I will say that. That's one thing that's been fixed. So, to start, what I don't like about this now, and I know this is why I did an unranked, because I'm reading. Damage, right? They've tweaked the damage. It is now very, very difficult to knock out an opponent. A lot more difficult than it was before. Fighters can eat shots like I've never seen. Like nothing. It's crazy. I don't know why, but they can. They can just eat shots like crazy and they just never go down. I have knocked a few people out, but it is a lot more difficult than it used to be. What else? Cuts, right? You will probably see, and I'm going to engage a little bit more here, because every fight I've had, right, every single fight has resulted in one of us, or if not one of us, both of us getting cut. I've never had a fight on here where neither one of us have been cut. This might be the one, because we're not really throwing or landing a lot of shots. But so what they've done is they've reduced the damage, which means that it's a lot harder to knock people out, but they've increased the chance of getting cut or getting like swelling, right? Normally in like the first round of every fight, one of you gets cut, which is obviously unrealistic. I don't know why they've done that, and it also means that you can be the better fighter, yet you can get stopped with a cut. Like I could be winning every round, but I could just get a cut and I could lose. It could be the 8th round and I could get stopped, which I don't agree with. So I think they need to change that. I think they need to change the damage and the amount that you get cut. Now, speaking of the damage, power shots. This guy's not doing it, maybe because he's got a losing record, and it's probably the ones who are winning almost every fight that's doing this. The reason they're winning every fight is for 2 reasons. One is because of the power shots, right? This guy's not throwing one, but power shots like this, I'm going to show you a demonstration. This is why I'm doing unranked, because I don't like to cheese. they're OP. You can literally do this. I could probably do this. This is probably the best way to win in this game, which is supposed to be a simulation, by the way, boxing, realistic simulation. This is the best way to win, just like this. And this guy's probably getting proper pissed off. Look at that. Look at that. And now all of a sudden I've stunned him, and I might get a knockdown here. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, do you see what I'm doing there? That's what everyone does. Every ranked fight I've had, everyone does that, and that's why everyone's winning. Because it's even worse. The cheese now is even worse. I remember the body spamming and all that shit, the power spamming in early access, and people used to call me crazy in the comments and say, well, people do that in real life. Why would you not throw power shots or whatever? That's why. I mean, it's not the player's fault. I think it's the game's fault. In my opinion, it's the problems with the game. It shouldn't allow you to do that. It shouldn't be that easy to do that. I've just knocked this poor bastard down with one shot. And there's no skill in that. There is no skill in that at all. And it's put me off, because it's not because, like, I can't win. Because I can win. I'm winning. I've won pretty much every fight apart from the bullshit one. There you go. Look at that. See that? That was a good shot. That was a power shot, and good on the guy. Well done. But they've also changed this. I didn't include this on the list, but they've also changed this. It's a lot easier, which I don't like. I get it. A lot of people struggled with it, especially new players. I liked it being a challenge, because now it's way too easy. You can get up tons of times. So yeah, the power spamming. What the problem with that is that it doesn't use enough stamina. Look at my stamina. I'm going to spam him again. And he's probably going to do the same to me now. Spam the bastard. Look at that. It should drain my stamina. They've reduced the amount of stamina that's used on punches, which is a problem. If I'm doing that, I should be knackered. I should be knackered. I thought it was bad before, but it's even worse now. So that's another problem. I'm going to stop doing that now, because this guy has no idea he's just been like a sparring partner, so I can showcase these issues. Interestingly, neither of us have been cut so far, so that is interesting. First time that's happened. But oh, by the way, the hooks are crazy. Look at this. Wait, just let me hit you. look at this. Like the hook spamming now is crazy. How fast you can throw them. It's good for combinations, but again, it's not really realistic. Okay, a few other things, a few other changes, right? The clinch, which you couldn't do in online because it was broken. But what they've done is they've replaced that with a push mechanic like that. So say I was stunned, right? Or even I just wanted a bit of space. I can push him back like that instead of clinching, which I do think is a good mechanic. If you can't have the clinch, have a push. I like that change. Body blocking has been improved. Also, some punches are not as OP. If you remember, Roy Jones had that super overpowered right hook to the body, which you could never defend. You don't have that. You don't really have that now. It's not as overpowered as it was, so that's good. Also, the body uppercuts, you can't body spam because they've decreased the range of the punches. If you remember before, I could probably stand here and that would have landed. That would have landed there, but it's not. So that's good. It means that people won't body spam. So there are some good changes that they've done. I think the overall... I have no idea who's winning, by the way. I think the overall gameplay, though, is better. So I do like those. As we've discussed... There are new bugs and glitches. I've experienced the one where I ended up back row of the arena, which was bullshit. He's winning. All right, let's actually win this because it actually goes on a record, which is interesting. So, yeah, let's make sure I win. Ghost punches, I've said. Still a thing. If not, it's worse than before, in my opinion, from experience. Now, this is the big one. There's a few, but... The big ones are Alt F4, right? So I want to look at my record now. I want to knock this guy out and look at my record. Everyone Alt F4s now. So do you remember before when people would Alt F4, they'd quit the game. I'm sure they probably do it on console as well. So say I knocked him down and then he pressed Alt F4 and quit the game. That's still a problem. That still happens. There we go. This is how to win. So if, from what I can tell, if you Alt F4 when you get knocked out, it doesn't affect your record apparently. Otherwise, I don't know why people are doing it. But so I can knock someone out still, and they can quit, and then they will not have a loss on the record. So from what I can tell, a lot of the people on the leaderboard who are at the top, who are like undefeated, it's because. I mean, maybe they are just good, but it's because they quit. If they do lose, they quit the game. And that's a problem. Not only is that a problem because of the records, it's a problem because... I know I said it's hard to get a knockdown, which makes it even more valuable now than ever before. I've had a few where I've actually knocked the people out, they've not got up, and then they've quit. And then what it's done is same as it used to. It's given it to me as a surrender. Even though they knocked Spark out and the refs counted to 10, all of a sudden they quit. Then it goes to the cutscene of their corner throwing in the towel, and then it says win by surrender, which means that I win on points. Is that too loud? Let me turn it down a bit. So that means I win on points instead of a KO. Which is, again, frustrating, but should not be a thing. Now, I've even heard some people saying that it's not counted as a win for them. When their opponents quit, they've then left the fight and it's not counted as a win. It's not counted as a loss, it's just not counted at all. Which is interesting. Oh, he's cut now. So there's a cut. It's strangely, it's later than it normally would be. We've both knocked each other down, haven't we? Let's see if I can finish it. Let's do what everyone else does. Because I want to have another one after this. But, yeah. So, Alt F4, that needs fixing. Everyone's quitting. Every bastard is quitting. And respect to the ones who don't. Like this guy, nine losses. It means he didn't quit. It means he probably lost on points or got knocked out. And he accepted it, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? If I lose, I'll accept it. It is what it is. It's just a game. So, that's a problem. Now, the other thing, which is strange, is the so when you have a fight in ranked, so I won my first 5 fights, right? And then obviously those are like placement matches, and then after those fights it decides where to put you. You have your undisputed, your gold, your platinum, is it? Silver, and I think bronze, I'm not sure. So your first 5 fights kind of dictate where you're going to end up. So I'm in, I think, silver. I think everyone if you win your first five fights, from what I can tell, you always end up in silver 1, because that's where I ended up. However, I've seen on Discord some people saying that they've won a fight, right? So how it works is you get what's called SP. I don't know what it stands for. Something points, probably. There are people who have won fights and lost SP for some reason, which has then moved them down in the rank. So that's another problem, is for some reason you can win fights but not actually level up. It is a lot more difficult to level up now than it used to be. I was always in Undisputed before. I don't know what it's like to not be in Undisputed, but now I'm in Silver. And for me to get to Undisputed, I'm going to have to go through Silver 1, Gold 3, Gold 2, Gold 1, and then maybe Platinum if that's a thing. And then Undisputed. It's going to take forever. It's going to take a lot of fights. To be honest, I think that's good. I think it's good that it's more difficult to get to Undisputed rank, because I feel like before everyone seemed like they were in Undisputed. Like, even people who were not that good. I remember fighting people and I'm thinking, you don't deserve to be Undisputed because you're not actually that good. See what I mean about Ghost Punches? See that I did it to him and it happens to me all the time. So that's still a problem. I think offline, it's maybe not too bad, but online, yeah, a lot of issues with the game. Cheating and shit like that, bugs, well, not hacking, but well, in the sense of people alt F4ing, you know, that's not a game mechanic, is it? So it's just fucked. It was literally in a better state in early access. The only improvements, as I said, are the punches, like the connect now. I remember so many times where punches would just look like they should connect and they just didn't. They just didn't land and things like that. So I'm glad they've improved that. I just feel like there's so many basic things here that you would have expected them to improve, pretty much prioritize straight away, that have not been prioritized. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get a knockout. It depends how many times you can get up. Also, no, I'm not reading off the list now because those are the main things, but they've changed all the online fights to be 8 rounds now, which is interesting. Again, makes it more difficult to get a knockout because there's less time to do it in. I don't know why they've done that, and I don't know if it's going to be like that for every... Oh, wow. We keep knocking each other down. I don't know if it's going to be like that for every fight, or is it like if you get to Undisputed, the longer or something like that. That would be pretty cool. What's funny is I was just saying about how difficult it is to knock people out, and we've pretty much knocked each other down twice. No idea what the scorecard's like. It's levels. I should be able to win this because I'm focused now. But yeah, I will say that those types of shots, like the counter shots, if you do land a clean power counter shot when your opponent's guard is like open, they will go down a lot easier than they used to. What I'm talking about is the accumulation of shots. Like, I could stand here and go like that, and he got me back. But I could literally stand there and keep power. Like, if I did this in early access there, like, just keep doing these, it would probably be flashing red right about now. But on here, you can do that all day. And what that will do is it'll cut them, it'll bruise them, but it will not knock them down. It will not stun them. So that's what I mean when I'm referring to that. But yeah, I mean, overall, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I honestly don't enjoy it. And like I say, it's not because I'm worse. I mean, I would say I am worse at it. There's a learning curve to this. I'm not as good. Like, I used to be a lot better, but it takes some getting used to now. And, yeah, see what I mean? But it's not smooth, it's not clean, it's a shame. But yeah, I genuinely preferred it in early access. The only thing I prefer now is the punch connections and things like that. Is he getting up? Ah, only just, yeah. But it was just more of a fun experience because now, and it's a shame that this guy isn't doing it because it would have been a good example, but now everyone just power spams like that. Wow. Everyone just power spams like that constantly, all fight, and all it's become now is just like, well, either a fire with fire type thing where it's whoever knocks whoever down first, or it's become like a timing thing, which is like, obviously if I can time when they're throwing a power shot and counter them, which is normally how I like to do it, then that's the way to win. Yeah, so 8 knockouts. I should have more. And to be honest, that's not bad considering how difficult it is to knock people out in the game at the minute. But yeah, that's not too bad. Just super hard to actually level up. I mean, they've changed the menu a little bit as well, haven't they? I've not played. I mean, Khan. I've heard Khan's meant to be good. I used to play Khan a lot. I want to try him at lightweight. I've heard he's meant to be good in this in the new version of the game. To be honest. Oh, this is cool as well because like these gyms, if you remember in early access, just used to be empty before. You do come across a few of these unranked. I'm doing a ranked now, but you do come across a few of these unranked people, like in the first 5 fights, kind of placement matches. I always feel bad because if I beat them, it's like they're going to start lower down. So he's Crawford. I want to try Khan because first of all, I used to play him a lot, but second of all, I've heard he's quite good to play as. Let's see what this guy is like. Probably a new player, so he might not be a spammer, but let's see. I'll be honest though, I think the state that the game is in right now doesn't make me want to play it. I feel like not playing it. Like I used to play it quite a lot. It's probably one of my most played games ever. I just don't want to play it. Not in the current state. I just don't find it fun. That's what it is. It's nothing about skill level or whatever it may be. It's just about fun. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. Now this fight here is actually not bad. This is a good fight. What I don't enjoy is when you're coming up against people who are just constantly doing that. But obviously he's not constantly doing that. But literally you get people who are literally just that. I'm just, sorry guy, I didn't. But like they'll do that all fight. Do you know what I mean? And that's not, it's not fun to deal with. Whether even if I beat them, it doesn't matter. It's not fun. I want a good technical like 50-50 fight, you know. That's what I enjoy. Wow, yeah, there's punch. There's hooks. You can just literally do loads of them. That's not what. I don't think that's the biggest problem in the game, or one of the biggest. How did that happen? Oh, look, he's cut me. See what I'm saying? This is what happens. You always get cut. Oh, in the first round, someone always gets cut in these fights. That was beautiful. Now that I do like. That is a perfect example of what I like. One of the changes that they've made. That happens more often, and that should happen more often. Because if I did that in real life, that's what would happen. But it's just the stamina. I think the biggest problems, if I'm thinking what do they need to change, it's the amount of stamina that a power shot uses. It should literally almost empty the bar. Like if you throw a full power shot, you shouldn't be able to throw like 3, 4, 5 in a row and still have stamina. You shouldn't be able to do that. Obviously there's a obvious things like fixed bugs and servers and shit like that, connection issues. That should, in my opinion, that should have been the priority from the get-go. So that still needs fixing. But I mean, apart from that, yeah, there's a few little things, but those are the main things. And I think that would make it a much more enjoyable experience, in my opinion. For me, at least. Anyway, people might disagree. Maybe there's some people who prefer it this way and like it the way it is. Look, his leg, American's leg is clipping through his shorts. Look, never noticed that before. It might have done that before, but I've never noticed it before. Shouldn't happen. But yeah, what I'm curious about is people who are brand new to the game, who have never played early access before. They don't have anything to compare it to, and sometimes I think maybe it's because I'm comparing to that, so I know what's better and what's worse. But if you've never played that, then you wouldn't have that comparison. But you definitely need to fix the cuts, man. You shouldn't be getting cut every fight. That shouldn't happen. That's not realistic. And there shouldn't be so many TKOs, you know. How many fights end in TKO in real life? A minority. In this game, it's the majority. So yeah, I think out of my 14 wins and 8 knockouts, probably a few of those knockouts were definitely TKOs as well, stopping them on by like cuts. So yeah, one good thing is that I think the devs put out a Twitter post today acknowledging that there's issues and promising to fix them soon. However soon that will be, I don't know. But today, actually, game is out on console today, 11th of October when I'm recording this. So there's not been any updates or anything since it came out fully. Hopefully it will soon. But at the moment in time, there hasn't been, and at this moment, look at that. None of those even landed anyway. But yeah, at this moment in time, it's not enjoyable for me. So yeah, I'll have this fight, but I don't think I'm going to be playing it much until it pretty much gets sorted out. I might do a few off stream, or I might just like do a few unranked or stuff like that. But yeah, there's no point. There's no point, if I'm honest. What's interesting is the new kind of seasons thing that they've included. I don't fully understand what that means. There's going to be different seasons. I don't know if that means like oh yeah, the power punches always go through the guard as well. But I don't know if it's going to be like end of season 1 and then they'll reset your record and then they'll do season 2 or something. Do you like Rocket League or something like that? I'm not sure. But I'm curious to see how that will work, if I'm honest. Leaderboard's good as well. I think I'm like 75th in the world, which is not bad. But I'm sure that will change as I probably stop playing it as often. People will overtake me, but yeah. How's my day been? Yeah, been alright. Been okay. I've only just started playing this really, and I'm just pretty much ripping it to pieces because it's the first stream I've done since it came out fully. And yeah, long story short, I'm not enjoying it as much as I was hoping to. Game feels weird. Yeah, it does, and I don't know if that's just because we've played it before, or is it just weird? But I'm glad you agree with me. I know most people agree with me, so it's not just me who doesn't like it. I feel like 90% of people are saying they don't enjoy it. See what I'm saying about the cuts though? Like, see, I'm cut here. I don't know how bad it is, but obviously I've smashed him. I think I've won every round in my opinion. I've knocked him down as well. It's very likely though that he could get to round 8, ref could jump in and stop the fight and he wins. That's not really... I mean, it happens sometimes, like Lennox Lewis Klitschko, but not like... not that often, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to be too negative. I feel like I'm being very negative. But at the end of the day, I just want to enjoy the game. It's a form of entertainment, and it's not as entertaining as it should be. I will say this fight though is not indicative of pretty much most of the things I'm complaining about, because this guy is not like cheating, cheesing, spamming. He's not doing any of that. But that is not, in the vast 90% of fights are not like this. So this is a one-off. The punches are weird. In what way? I mean, my biggest problem is the power punches not using enough stamina, which is incentivizing people to constantly throw power punches, which is not realistic. Like I in early access, I very rarely threw power punches. I'd maybe throw 5 a round, and that was like maximum. I wouldn't even do that. Probably more like 2 a round, to be honest. They seem like they throw off center line. Yeah. See that ghost punch then? Still an issue. See if I can knock this guy out, actually. I don't want to push for it too much, but it'd be good to get a KO since how difficult they are to get because of the 8 rounds. Another ghost punch. As long as it's not affecting me, but it's affecting him, I'm fine with that. It's a very big power shot, and he got me. So that I like. The fact that I was like throwing in the middle of throwing a shot, but he hit me first, which kind of stopped my shot. That should happen. That's good. The hook throws low at times. Fighters are too fast. Yeah, the hooks are too fast. Like, you can throw hooks like crazy. Like that, look. Look at poor bastard. You can do that, and you couldn't do that before. I think somewhere in the middle. Maybe before it was a little bit too slow. Now it's a little bit too fast. I think somewhere in the middle for the hooks. I've experienced that as well. The hook throwing low. Sometimes you go to the head, but it lands to the body. Yeah, latency or something there. I've noticed that I don't seem to get as many counter shots as I used to get as well. I used to get loads of counter shots. I feel like I don't get them as often now. Nice. That I like as well. That didn't really used to happen. Also, that exploit thing where they could, like when you stunned them, I don't think that works anymore, which is good. This is more difficult as well. I think it's so much more difficult to drop them after you stun them. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not actually sure. It just means, again, probably less harder to get a knockout or a knockdown, unless you get the flashes. It's more arcade, like, I agree, yeah, they're trying to make it too much like Fight Night. I agree with that. I think that's the problem. It was more of a simulator before, now it feels more arcadey, and that's never why I like this game. I always liked the realism for this. He's landing some good shots here. Good on him. But yeah, that is a problem. Well, cut's looking pretty bad though. This is what I'm saying. Imagine if it gets stopped. Very likely Kenny Bailey could jump in. There we go. Still probably not going to finish him though. Oh, maybe. Okay. So he must have quite low health then. Is that the second knockdown? Seems like the head, arms and body flail around like ragdolls. I've experienced that actually. I wish I could replicate it in this. But I've had where I've thrown a shot and his arm's gone all like this. Oh, I guess I can't replicate it because he's gone. But yeah, I've thrown a shot and his arm's like gone all fucked up, like backwards and shit. That never used to happen. I wonder if he quit. Oh no, it gave me the KO. Yeah. A lot... Considering this was... I was hoping to showcase some examples of the problems with this game. The Alt F4 being one of them. It's not happening. I'm not coming across spammers and I'm not coming across people who are quitting. But believe me, that happens. It's just not happening today. But yeah, so that's moved me up a little bit. Do you see how little it's moved me up? Like, to get to Undisputed rank, take forever. It's going to take forever, and I don't have the patience to do that, if I'm honest. I did start a career mode as well, because I wanted to test the AI. I didn't want to stream it because it's a bit boring and repetitive, and I've done it before. But yeah, I think the AI is harder. A lot harder. As you can see, I don't have a lot of knockouts. And it is harder to knock people out. I get cut every fight. But the AI is a lot harder. I'll tell you what, I'll do an unranked. I'll do an unranked. You know what? I'm even going to do it at heavyweight because I want a spammer. I want to show that people spamming this game. Let's go like Riddick Bowe, because I've not tried Riddick Bowe. I don't think I've had a heavyweight fight yet since it came out. I'm not sure. At least it doesn't take forever to get into a fight these days. It's a power spam fest at heavyweight. Exactly. That's why I'm doing it, because I want to show that happens. Again, so it's a Wilder, yeah. I know the Wilders like to power spam. Now, it's unranked, so I don't know if people do it in unranked, or is it just ranked? Hopefully. Let's see how he fights. See, that seemed like a power jab. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So if you can time it, like for most people, you get caught, and especially Wilder, it knocks you out knocks you down in one hit. And you got to be very careful of that. So this is pretty much the state of the game right now. See that? This is the state of the game right now. So this is what to expect if you play this game. And I've been lucky that the past two fights I've not actually had this, but this is what it's like. Maybe at heavyweight it's like this more often because everyone plays as Wilder, but yeah, really difficult fight. And what makes it even more difficult, now see in early access, right, you'd be doing this, it would be a 12-round fight. You used to get power spammers, but it'd be a 12-round fight and they would tire by the 6th round. The problem with this is power shots don't use any stamina, which means that they don't tire. They can literally do that all fight. And it's only 8 rounds, so you've got less time for them to actually get tired, and you've got less time to kind of come back, especially if they knock you down, which they probably will, because all it takes is that one hit, as we saw. Like, has this guy been doing anything exceptional? Do you know what I mean? Is he a better player than me? I don't think so. I don't think he is. And that's the problem, is that anyone, A brand new player who's never played this game can come in and do that and win against someone who's very experienced and been playing for ages, like for hundreds of hours, if not thousands. So yeah, the skill gap is fucked up. Now, all I can really try is to counter him with my own power shot. And like I said, that's the only way. The only way to beat these guys is to kind of fight fire with fire. Counter their, like, if they're going to throw power shots at you, throw power shots back. It's the best way to do it. If you can catch them, if you can counter them, it's made for button mashers now. Exactly, like I say, Mortal Kombat or some shit like that. The skill level has it's not as good as it used to be, but yeah, if I can counter him and land one of my own power shots, then I can knock him down as well. Just seems like he's doing it to me. He's doing it to me instead. Yeah, heavy power shots go through your block. I don't know if that's intentional by the devs or not. Judging by the Twitter post they put out, it's not. They said, oh, that shouldn't... there's an issue where the power shots are going through the block. I mean, that can happen in real life, but I guess that's not what they intended, so it needs fixing. So he's got 2 10-8 rounds. So for me to win, I'd either need to win every round without getting knocked down, or I would need to knock him down, which is what I'm probably going to try and do. Buzz actually, for some reason, 3 times that's happened now. For some reason, every time I duck under his shot and then counter with my own, it doesn't land. And then he counters me back. But I feel like they should be landing, which is funny because I've been saying this whole time that the one good change they've made is the punches actually land now. Don't know why mine are not landing. Maybe I shouldn't go in with that power right hook. Maybe I should go power right straight. I don't have the range, do I? But this is literally the game, right? This is how the game is. There we go again. Luckily, I can get up a few times, and they've made it easier. But yeah. Okay. Probably gonna lose this one then, aren't I? Because it's very difficult to come back from. But again, I'll beg the question: is he a better player than me? Maybe so, but I don't think so. 10-7 round, so that puts me 2, 4, 7 points down. Definitely need some knockdowns. I think maybe don't even try to counter with power shots, if I'm honest. Just counter with normal shots, because Riddick's power shots, for what it seems, are not actually that good. They're really slow, they don't connect, and they probably are not even that powerful. So I'm just going to play it safe. Oh, and yeah, try and counter his shots with normal shots. Just hooks. Yeah, too slow. See how slow Riddick's shots, power shots are? Take a fortnight. I thought I slipped back for that, but I guess not. And then sometimes that happens where you can stun them and then you can just keep swinging at the head. Oh, I actually landed one first for a change. Oh, he's going to the body now, is he? Yeah, I'm giving up on the power hooks because they're too slow. Okay, well, I've done some damage to him. Whether I'll do enough to actually knock him down, I'm not sure, but that's pretty much what I've got to do. How did I win that? Did he not knock me down? I thought he knocked me down in that round. I guess not. I thought he did, though. I'm pretty sure he knocked me down. Am I wrong? Do you know another thing actually is you can get a 10-10 round now. Wow, fair play. That might, I don't know if that'll be it. I should be able to go, but you can get a 10-10 round now, which you couldn't get before, and I think that's good because obviously that happens in real life. You do get 10-10 rounds. Oh, he didn't knock me down. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm a lot worse at the game in this version than I was in early access. Right, I'm just got to focus on landing these counters. How was that not a counter shot? You answer me that question. There we go. About fucking time, innit? About time. There we go. Now, the question is how many times can he get up? Because I need to knock him out. I do find it interesting that they felt the need to make it easier for the knockdown mini game, which I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. So I don't know why people struggle with it so much. Because even now, even that they've made it easier, you still get people who can only get up like 3-4 times, and it's like, why not? Why can't you get up more than that? Right, we've got a knockdown. That gives me a 10-8 round. I think I stunned him there as well. Possible to maybe win on points. Let's see. Oh, we don't see in this round, do we? Let me think. So I was... How many rounds down was that? Is it 3? And then that'll give me another 2. I have no idea, but it's possible. I think maybe if I won every round on points, I could win. But I would like to knock him down again, because I think I can do it. The hell? Yeah, I think another knockdown would be, I think that would be enough for me to win. To be honest, he probably can't get up that much anyway. He probably can get up 3 times maybe, if that. But yeah, I'm not even bothering with the power shots. If I can get one though, like there, nah. There we go. Another one of them. Do it to me, so I'll do it back to you. Thought I was out of range for that. Yeah, my shots are just flying over his head. Why is that not, look, there we go. Why was that not connecting? Strange. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get him. He's not blocking his, oh, there we go. Yeah. It's not, it's harder to knock him down when you stun him. It's a shame because I could have done with that knockdown as well. Let me think. So we got another 2 rounds before we see the scorecard. He probably won that round, probably maybe 2-3 points down. With 3 rounds to go. Still want a knockdown though. Seems to be working better now, this power spamming method. There we go. Done a bit of damage. I'm winning the round. Can I get a knockdown to cherry on the cake? Weird. Nice. Do you see what I'm saying though? In early access, he would be the amount of this amount of power shots. He won't be able to take it. That probably there would have been a knockdown if I'm honest. In early access. I think I'm winning the round though. Fight fire with fire, baby. Fire with fire. There we go. Nice 10-8 round, because that probably would have just been a 10-9 round. He'll probably get up. I'm interested to see what that'll do for the... Is he not getting up? Oh, wow. Oh, I thought he was not getting up then. Yeah, interested to see what that'll do for the scorecard now. I don't know what round it is, to be honest. Is it 6 now? Or 7? Yeah, he's ahead. I feel like I need another knockdown. I've got to knock him out. I can do it. I might end up getting knocked out myself, though. I think one more knockdown, I don't think he'll be able to get up. Judging by the last one getting up at 9, he seemed to struggle. Yeah, that's not meant to happen. I'm not meant to be able to punch through his guard. And this is what I'm saying. I shouldn't be able to just keep spamming this power. It's not fun. That's the problem. You see, the way for me to beat him is not fun for me. Doing this, that's not fun for me. And that's why I don't like this game in its current state. Because that's what I have to do to win. I can't outbox him. I have to fight in a way that is not entertaining. And that's why I don't really want to play it. So I hope they change it. Really thought I was out of range, but I guess not. I guess he's got longer arms than me, hasn't he? Like, is this even fun to watch? I don't think it is. I don't think it's fun to watch. Get off me, bitch. Get the hell off me. I bet that's so frustrating, to be honest, for them. But yeah, is it entertaining to watch? Because I don't think it is. I wouldn't be entertained. Oh, I've got one round to knock him out. One round to knock him out, otherwise I think I've lost. I think I stunned him again at the end there, to be honest. Even if I won that, a knockdown in this round would be a draw. However, I think another knockdown, and I don't think he'd be able to get up. So I feel like I just got to knock him down, and I've won. And if I don't, then I've lost. This poor bastard. Probably proper fuming right now, isn't he? I think that might be it. Poor bastard was a minute away from winning as well, but I don't think he's going to get up. Let's see, he might. No. And there we go. That right there, I'm glad that that happened, because that is a perfect example of what to expect in this game right now. The only thing that probably didn't happen that normally would is an Alt F4. He was actually going to win. Yeah, he would have won, definitely, if that would have gone to scorecard. So, yeah, needed the knockout. But, yeah, I mean, look, that's the state of the game right now. That's my opinion on the game right now. Oh, also, one thing is they reset our level. See how I'm level 11 now? For some reason, they reset that. So all these people who was like level 50, and they promised that they wouldn't do that. Obviously, we knew they was going to reset the record, but they said they wouldn't reset the level. So that's pissed a few people off as well. So there's a lot of people pissed off this week because of this game. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. You may or may not disagree, but that's what I think. That is pretty much most of what these fights are like, and it's not entertaining because it forces me to fight in a way that is not fun in order to win, as we just saw. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I might not, I don't know when I'll be back. I hope probably whenever the hell they fix it, to be honest. Whenever they update it, hopefully soon, and I'll probably play it then. But in the current state of the game, I might just play a bit offline or finish the career mode or whatever, but I'm not going to take it seriously because there's no point. They need to do a lot of things. They need to fix a lot of things. There's just too many issues. Somehow there's more issues now than there was in early access, so it's disappointing. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be on this again. Like I said, hopefully soon, if all goes well, and hopefully everyone will be happy. But yeah, I'll leave it there.